Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, taking a look at race number 5 at Belmont Park on Saturday. It's the Grade 1 Belmont Oaks. Let's take a look at the field. We kick off the 20-cent Empire 6, going a mile and a quarter on the inner turf for 3-year-old fillies. The number 2, Magic Attitude, even money for her first start in North America. A Group 3 winner in France, placed in a Group 1, and just came out of a very salty edition of the French Oaks.
Yeah, she's kept real good company over in France and has actually acquitted herself well so far this year, Dan. The best thing she has going for her in this spot, though, is she's just not facing much of a field.
She may not face a lot of pace either. I don't expect the pace to be fast in this short field. And as we take a look at the Timeform U.S. pace projector, well, it worked for Antoinette last time out. She went gate to wire in the Saratoga Oaks. I don't see why she shouldn't give it another try here, although setting the mood, the number 1 did set the pace in her most recent start for Todd Pletcher.
She did. Antoinette seems like a faster horse to me. And I'm sure that Bill Mott and company would be happy to see her right on the lead again in this race because she did run pretty well last time.
Stakes debut for the one setting the mood. Let's watch her most recent start at Saratoga. I thought she set a pretty legitimate pace. She's down towards the inside, red cap, black blinkers, coming off the rail right now. And she's involved in a pitched battle with several horses down to the 8th pole. She's game, but she also gets beat by a head. She's stepping up in class. They're looking for some grade 1 black type.
Yeah, and maybe they'll get it here. The distance, is no problem for her. She did break slowly in that race that we just watched it and got away last from the gate. But after that, easily made the lead around the opening turn there, set all the pace. I don't know how you felt about it. I mean, I watched the race. She never looked like she was going to win to me. I know she only got beat ahead, but she just never looked like she was going to win. And I don't love the horse that beat her either.
Well, I think the issue is if Cap de Creus beats you, you're in trouble. Because Cap de Creus hasn't shown really that she wants to beat anybody in most of her races, and she was able to get up in that spot. So this is a pretty big step up in class. The one they all have to beat is Magic Attitude. Yes, Magic Attitude's going to have to cope with overseas shipping for Arnaud de la Cour. This horse is getting Lasix for the first time. Doesn't seem to have a lot of speed like most European horses. Her last race, the French Oaks, she lingered at the back of the pack. She split horses. I thought she ran on very well. The winner is a very nice horse who came back to win the Group 1 Nassau, third in the Group 1 Matron. The runner-up came back to run second in the Group 1, Jacques Le Marois. I mean, she's just taking on good company, and she should be rolling in the stretch.
Yeah, just facing real good horses over there. She's actually run well in each of her 3 starts this year, Dan. She was a Group 3 winner off the layoff, and to me, she looked really good winning that race. I like the way that she finished. And in her 2 starts against Group 1 horses in her last 2, I mean, she ran well both times. She just wasn't quite good enough.
Key Biscayne, both of her lifetime victories have come in races restricted to Florida breds. She raced with cheek pieces on for the first time in the Saratoga Oaks, and she ran okay to finish third. Antoinette controlled the pace that day, but something tells me that might be the best Key Biscayne can do.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I just didn't really see her taking the necessary step forward to beat this kind of field. We'll see what happens. She should get a good trip in here. But you know what? She got a good trip last time in the Saratoga Oaks. The rail opened up for her. She came on through to try to challenge Antoinette. She wasn't good enough.
Neige Blanche is interesting because she has some class. She is a group winner in France, and she has a race already in North America. That was the Belmont Oaks last time out, and it was a race in which she picked up some horses at the very end. I can certainly see her improving in her second start of the form cycle. I just don't love the Belmont Oaks as a whole. I just thought it was a weak race this year.
I didn't like that race either, and I can't say that I loved her performance in it either, Dan. I do like the fact that she already has a race over here, though. I think that can help her. As usual, like with a lot of these European horses that ship over, she did not break well from the gate at all and was back off the pace. But other than that, I thought she got a clean trip. And not only didn't she ever really threaten, but she got outfinished from behind. The horse that ran second in there, who was a big long shot, actually came from behind her and rallied into second. And this horse got outfinished at the end.
Antoinette, the number 5. Let's watch her Saratoga Oaks effort, returning to turf for Bill Mott after a good third in the Coaching Club American Oaks behind her stablemate Paris Lights. She made the lead in here, and she just keeps on trucking. The horses behind her are not of the caliber of the morning line favorite in this race, but she's always been a nice, solid horse, Antoinette, and she might have a pace advantage.
Yeah, I mean, the pace advantage is good for her. This is a very tactical horse. She's also very versatile in terms of running style, distance, anything. You can do whatever you want with her. I think they'll put her on the lead again. I'm not going to sit there and say if she runs that Saratoga Oaks back, she's going to win this race. But maybe she will. You know, we don't know how good these Europeans actually are. I'm not way against her, Dan, but I feel like if the two magical thinking shows up with her good race, her magic attitude, I think she'll probably be able to handle Antoinette.
And that's where we go as we take a look at our top selections for the Grade 1 Belmont Oaks. We're both going with Magic Attitude. You're going to try to get the other European into the number, the 4 Neige Blanche, splitting the 2 morning line favorites.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she can take a step forward. Again, I didn't love her Del Mar Oaks, but her prior form over in France was pretty good. Maybe she can take a step forward with that race under her belt.
2453 for Mike, 2514 for me in the Grade 1 Belmont Oaks. Magic Attitudes just faced some really tough company. I'm looking forward to seeing what we get from her on Saturday, making her first start for Arnaud Delacour.